There's a unique kind of pain when you still love someone, but you know deep down that it's time to let go. It's that feeling that lingers, even after the breakup, even after time has passed. It's not just the ache of loss, it's the haunting uncertainty that comes with it, the feeling that part of you is still holding on, desperately trying to hold on to something that's no longer there. Let me tell you something. The hardest part about letting go isn't the physical separation, it's the emotional tug. It's the memories, the moments, the love that once felt like home, all crashing down into a cold, empty reality. I know how this feels. You're standing there in the remnants of what was once so vivid and alive, trying to make sense of everything that's broken, trying to find a way to move on when your heart is still clinging to the past. I want you to imagine something. Imagine that your heart is like a hand holding onto her, even when she's far away. You're still holding, even though she's already let go. That grip is tight, almost suffocating, because you don't want to lose her. You want to believe there's still hope, still a chance that one day, somehow, things will go back to what they were. But in truth, that day isn't coming. And here's the hardest part. You have to accept that. I know it's not easy. In fact, it's probably the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. But you see, holding on to the past doesn't bring her back, and it certainly doesn't help you heal. It only keeps you trapped in a cycle of overthinking, wondering, and wishing for something that's not going to happen. The pain of letting go is not something we talk about enough. Society tells us that we should just get over it, that there's a magic timeline where everything fades away and we can move on. But the truth is, that pain is real, and it doesn't just disappear overnight. The truth is, letting go is messy, it's ugly, it's raw, but what people don't tell you is that it's also where your power begins to rise. You see, letting go isn't about giving up, it's about accepting reality, painful as it is. It's about recognizing that you deserve more than just holding on to something that's already gone. Because no matter how much you wish it were different, love doesn't work on your timeline. Sometimes people change, they grow apart, and they walk away. Not because they don't care, but because things just don't align anymore. And that's the hardest pill to swallow, right? That someone you loved so deeply, who once felt like your world, is no longer the same person, and the relationship you thought you had is no longer the relationship they want. But let me tell you, letting go doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong. There's so much power in accepting the truth, in facing that raw, vulnerable side of yourself. I get it. When you love someone, it feels like you're giving away a part of yourself when you let them go. It feels like you're losing a piece of your soul, but in reality, what you're doing is freeing yourself. Freedom comes when you stop holding on. Freedom comes when you stop believing that love is a guarantee and accept that it's not always going to stay the same. You're not losing yourself, you're finding yourself. You're realizing that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's love. It's easy to believe that your worth is tied to the person you love, but it's not. Your worth is innate. It's always been there. You were whole before you met her, and you'll be whole after she's gone. You're allowed to grieve. You're allowed to feel the weight of that love, but don't confuse that grief with your value. Don't confuse that pain with a loss of who you are. I know you miss her. I know you think about her constantly. I know you wonder if there's a chance she'll come back, or if she's thinking about you too. And that's okay. It's okay to feel those things. It's okay to wish things were different. But the sooner you realize that the past is the past, the sooner you'll make peace with the present. Here's what's so difficult about love. It's not linear. It doesn't follow a simple path. You're not supposed to just get over it in some logical order. There's no clean, easy way to heal from heartbreak. It's unpredictable, messy, and confusing. But as time passes, you'll start to realize that the hurt you feel right now is part of something bigger. It's part of your healing. It's part of you growing into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Now, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you took a moment for yourself? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and saw someone worthy of love, just as they are? You deserve that. You deserve peace. You deserve to feel complete again. And that starts when you stop holding on to someone who no longer fits into your future. And here's something even more important. You are not alone. There are millions of people out there who are going through the same pain you're experiencing right now. Heartbreak is universal. It doesn't discriminate. But the key to healing, to finding that inner peace again, lies within you. It's not in someone else's arms. It's not in hoping for a reunion. It's in realizing that your own strength, your own worth, is what will carry you forward. So, how do you let go when you still love her? You start by letting go of the idea that your happiness depends on someone else. You start by accepting that people change and that sometimes love isn't enough to keep two people together. You start by turning inward, by focusing on yourself and rediscovering the person you were before her. You start by embracing the truth that your worth isn't determined by her love. And most importantly, you start by giving yourself permission to heal. It's okay to hurt, it's okay to cry, but it's not okay to let that pain define you. Let it fuel your growth, let it teach you, and then let it go. I promise you this, time will pass. The pain won't last forever. It might never completely go away, but one day you'll look back and realize that you survived. You'll realize that you came out stronger, wiser, and ready to love again. This time with more understanding, more compassion, and more self-respect. You'll let go because you know you deserve more than just memories. You deserve a future that's full of new beginnings, new possibilities, and new chances at happiness. And when you reach that point, when you've let go and started to heal, you'll realize that the love you gave her was never a loss. It was a lesson. It was a step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. And you, my friend, are worthy of that person. You are worthy of the love, the peace, and the strength that comes from knowing you gave it your all, and that even in letting go, you've gained everything you need to move forward. It's not easy. I know. It's painful. It's uncertain. But there's beauty in that process, the beauty of rediscovering yourself, of finding a path forward that doesn't rely on anyone else to validate your worth. The truth is, when you let go, you're not just freeing her, you're freeing yourself, and there is nothing more powerful than that. And as you move forward, remember that healing isn't a straight path, it's a journey. You might take 2 steps forward and then a step back, and that's okay. It's all part of the process. The pain you're feeling right now, it won't last forever. With each passing day, you'll grow stronger, even if it doesn't feel like it. The truth is, every time you let go of a little more, you're making room for something new, something better. Not necessarily something outside of you, but within yourself. It's important to remember that letting go doesn't mean you're giving up on love. It means you're choosing yourself again. Choosing to heal, to rise, to rebuild. Your value was never tied to someone else, and you're going to see that more and more as time goes on. You are enough, exactly as you are, and you deserve peace, happiness, and a love that lifts you up. So take a deep breath and give yourself permission to feel, because your emotions are valid, but also give yourself permission to heal, to grow, and to eventually look back and see this chapter not as a scar, but as a part of your story that made you who you are, a stronger, wiser, more resilient you. Thank you for being here, for trusting this space with your time and energy. If this video resonated with you, if it helped in any way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to walk through this journey together. You're not alone, and with each day, you're getting closer to the peace and strength you deserve. Take care of yourself. You've got this. One day at a time, you're healing, you're growing, and you're becoming someone even more powerful than you were before. Until next time, take care.